is football.
It is. It's the incorrect football. That's correct.
Speaking of football and football, real quick as we transfer over to another sport, which is not this, but is Lionel Messi going to play for the Charlotte FC? Charlotte, he coming to Charlotte, Hunter. Tepper going to break out the money.
Let me tell you something.
Tepper going to break it out.
Let me tell you something right now. I would have season tickets in a heartbeat. Zlatan did it. Zlatan did it for a season. He came over, played for LA, realized he dominated here, and said, you know what, I'm going back to Europe. The greats come over and they dominate. You just have to get them when they still have a little bit of juice left in the tank. But that means, just like how we say Charlotte, the only way they could get any free agents by throwing a ton of money at them to get any European superstar over here to play in the MLS, you have to unload the Brinks truck on them. Messi wants out of Barcelona. I don't blame him. They have underachieved for maybe the past 2 or 3 years, especially to his standard. He is the all-time leader in goals, wins, and championships in Barcelona history. David Tepper, I don't ask for much. But if you could make this happen,
Hunter,
I would lose my mind.
I got a proposal.
They would be the most important team in the state of North Carolina.
I got a proposal.
Professional team.
I got a proposal for you.
Yes.
If Tepper got Messi, but only on the condition that Hunter would have to be a Carolina Panthers fan, would you switch your allegiance if Tepper would get Messi and said, I'm only going to do it if Hunter Yancey put on a Cam Newton jersey? No, they got rid of him. Teddy Bridgewater jersey. And come on down to the stadium and become a Carolina Panthers fan. That's the only, and that's what Messi says. That's the only way I'm going. Would you do it?
I'd do it. I'd do it. I mean, we're talking about like stars here in America. Obviously, are superstars to us for a reason. We're talking about an international star.
Have you seen
one that is known from one end of the country to the or the continent to the next?
Panthers punter this week in practice.
Was it Sly?
Well, they got two out there because there's.
We better have a good one.
No. Well, what I'm about to tell you is not what you want to hear. Because there's no preseason game, so there's actual competing in practice and everything. Well, the punter this week hit two outside of the practice facility.
Yeah,
he went to punt.
You school won't go home now.
He went to punt and he shanked it up the street.
With no pressure.
The camera shows him going to punt, and then like the field is this way, and the camera turns towards the wall, and the ball just went over the wall.
It made me remind me of my golf career.
Aiming that way, and it's going that way.
If they did that, if they pulled that off and somehow brought arguably the greatest soccer player in the world to come and play
It sounds like
in Charlotte, North Carolina.
It sounds like a conspiracy to me. They got a new team. They got to make it.
You got to sell tickets. That's the truth. You got to
bad
sell.
move.
Get him there. That's a great move. I mean,
the problem is it's not going to happen.
It's going to be.
And I'm not just saying that because I don't think Tepper would dig deep in his wallets.
It ain't big.
They've delayed. Well, not just that. No, they've delayed when they're even starting the season. The inaugural season was supposed to be this coming season. They've delayed it. It's 2022 now. So it's like, what's he gonna do? Sit around and just twiddle his fingers? No, he's gonna go. He's gonna go get paid a couple hundreds of millions of euros somewhere in Europe. All right, he's just gonna go get all that money. Where he goes, I don't know. But if you're a soccer fan right now, that is the one thing that you're paying attention to. Like how we pay attention to where Tom Brady might be going this season. That's what you're paying attention to. Who's gonna front the money? Because we've seen crazy money be fronted for Ronaldo. We've seen crazy money be fronted for Neymar. I can only imagine the number of commas that is going to be on that paycheck.
Funny you mentioned Brady. I was talking with my mom last night on the phone, and my stepdad is a Patriots fan. Was a Patriots fan. Brady's gone, and I was just goading him last night because he could not stand Cam Newton. So every year he just down Cam, and I'm like, oh, it looks like that you're going to have a new starting quarterback up there. It looks like he's winning the quarterback competition. He's like, I'm a Bucs fan.
He's Tampa. Tampa. Good grief.
It looks like Cam is going to win that position.
I thought you were going to say Brady, yeah. I don't know. They say
Belichick's a sneaky little rascal, though, so he might do a platoon.
Hey, look,
I mean,
he says he's
he wouldn't-
impressed by him.
he wouldn't have waited to him be as cheap as he wanted to be if that's what he wanted. If that's who he wanted.
No, he might come out like a bandit, but I'm still
Well,
glad that we got Bridgewater.
he definitely could come out like
Yeah.
a bandit. It could come out great, but like if Belichick wanted him, I mean, it took a 5th rounder to get Kyle Allen.
And it's got to think about this too.
Yeah.
Got to think about this too, though.
Yeah.
because Whatever they signed him, they signed him. They gave him beans. If this is a 1-year deal and he goes explosive, they're going to have to pay him next year.
Maybe. Or they let him walk.
Yeah, I was about to say they could just let him walk.
That's the question, though. That's the question,
just
though.
let him
Why
go.
would you put Cam in as starter if we got Jared Allen? Not Jared Allen. Stidham, excuse me. And you dwarf his growth. So that's going to come into play.
They've already
into it,
got
too.
what 5 to 7 starters. It's already said they're not playing this year because of Corona. So this might be a Belichick sneakingly way to do his best tanking. Like to move up to 1, you just need a bunch of picks. You don't have to have like the 3rd pick or whatever.
I mean, it's like dang Golden State this year. Not changing the thing. They got the 2nd pick in the draft. That's like.
That's unfair.
That's unfair.
Think about-
Hornets, we did go up for some reason. I said 3rd last week, and we went up to 3rd.
Well, think about that, Zach. For all the years of losing,
the Hornets,
and all the years of just being crap, the Warriors lose 1 year
and they get 2,
and they get a better pick than we do.
and